Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, listen up. You could go listen to the same old boring radio. You know, the same 5 songs 50 million times a day. You could zone out to your favorite MP3 till can't get that ringing out of my head. I'm sure you heard all the drone podcast mumbo jumbo. I'm here to do my radio show. Don't you deserve more for your hard-earned money? On Teal Time Radio, you get entertainment value. We take pride in our shows and don't release junk you won't find anywhere else. So if you're a die-hard Jags fan like me, or a reality TV nut like my old lady, or a non-stop gamer like my son, you want the best entertainment your money can buy. Heck yeah. So give us a chance. Your money can buy. Heck yeah. So give us a chance. Your money can buy. Heck yeah. So give us a chance. What the heck is going on Block Talk Radio? Block Talk Radio. All right. I don't know what is going on here, but I'm going to pause the listening thing, and I'm going to say this. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Hello! Hello and happy hour, the show that absolutely means nothing but may mean something to some people, but other people may mean nothing at all. This is CT Jags, and alongside of me, the beautiful Miss Chrissy.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're going to talk a bunch of nonsense, and we may have some heartfelt stories, just to add heartfelt stories. If you are a guest and you'd like to call in, our number's 917-889-7873. Once again, 917-889-7873. Oh, you can go somewhere. 73.
You can't say that on the radio, honey.
I can say whatever I want today.
Not nice.
I can say whatever I want. Are you drinking your drink or what?
Yep. Sorry, folks, don't pay him any mind.
Always pay me mine.
He worked too hard today.
I always work too hard.
That's true.
All right. Before we start the show, I think I'm going to do a live caller throughout the whole show just because I can. If I can find the number... there's the number. Now I'm going to dial the number. Are you ready for me to dial the number?
Dial the number.
And here we go. We're dialing the number. And the number's dialing. And here I hear the number. Hello!
Hold on, I'm on the phone to Shannon. I'm on the phone with my mom.
Radio.
He's online. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Teal Time Radio.
How's it feel to be on Teal Time Radio once again?
It feels great.
Does she know everything talking about in the background we can hear live on the air?
Yes, we can. And I'll tell her. They can hear you.
So today I wanted to discuss some few things here, or maybe we'll discuss nothing at all. You have to stay tuned to listen, to watch,
Find out. Yep.
to find out. Exactly.
That's right.
And why do you sound so damn low?
I don't know.
There you go. You sound a little higher now.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right.
I'm high.
So what do we have?
Might stop to check you. Yeah, okay.
Right under now. I'll be right under you. Watch out.
I heard that.
All right, but anyway, I want to start the show and I want to answer the age-old question because it ruins relationships every day, and there's so many divorces in the worldwide.
That's true.
Right? Because women cannot understand for the life of me, which is understandable, because women feed off emotion. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay. Guys were made from the caveman. Think about it.
Men were made from horniness. Men are horn dogs.
Well,
Sorry. Poppy Rounder.
Well, think about it like this, though. Okay? When guys first came out, what we knew.
The guys first came out, huh?
Exactly.
We're coming out now. Hear that, Shannon? No offense, nobody. I'm sorry.
After the stork dropped them off.
Yep.
That's so we didn't come out of the closet. We'll be all right.
I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to make you cry.
Don't sing.
But I'm coming out the closet.
Yeah, you wouldn't come out of the closet. Kidding, huh?
But anyway,
just kidding,
women want to know why, when they're in a relationship with a guy has to go and watch porn.
Uh-huh.
Why do they have to talk to other females?
Why do they have to talk to other females that flirt around? Why do they got to say things they shouldn't say, like you said?
Yep, inappropriate things.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why do friends I know send pictures to other women?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Your friends. But not just your friends. I was talking about just guys in general. Because guys do some crazy
Okay,
things.
now my buddy on the line right now, he may agree, he may disagree, but he will say this, that not many guys talk about it, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Wait, CT wait. When I brought that comment up, I wasn't meaning it to all guys. That's why I said sorry. You too, because it wasn't anything.
Shut up about your apologetic-ness. We are on Happy Hour Radio. We can say what the hell we damn well say because this is non-government, and I don't give a shit who you insult, and I just dropped the S-bomb.
This is already adult made.
Yeah, it's already mature rated. You know, what else can I say?
Exactly. So go ahead.
We're a couple of dumbasses.
Finish your sentence now.
Okay. Now the whole thing about it is you have to think. I was driving home on the way home, and I was thinking, why do guys do this? Why do guys act the way they do, even though that they love their old ladies and whatnot? And most would not cheat. Now there's some of them that are just stupid, but some guys cheat because their women are constantly on them about cheating, and then they say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Sometimes it's just something that kind of just happens. And sometimes
the guy might just be out drinking and something may happen with somebody else. And
exactly.
It could be a lot of different reasons. I don't know.
But the reality is, okay, think of the Roadrunner cartoon. Okay? Think of Wild Coyote always going to chase the Roadrunner.
Right.
Okay? Now, in the guy's mind, a woman is like the Roadrunner. It is easy to go for the chase. However, like when the coyote actually caught the Roadrunner, which was one episode, he didn't know what to do with them at that point. Because the whole point, was that the coyote would to go catch him. And now that he's caught him,
he never figured out what he was going to do with them once he caught him.
Exactly. That's how a guy's mind works. We could have a fantasy, and even though a woman could play out the fantasy, it will never come out 100% right to exactly the way that we want it because we don't know what the hell we want to begin with. We're just going after the chase. And then when we go after the chase, and we actually could have something, we know what to do at that point, so we just let it go.
Right.
And, stick with what, who we love and, who we're with.
Yep.
Right.
Women don't understand this. Women automatically think that, if a guy is talking to somebody, or if a guy is, texting somebody, or if a guy is thinking of another woman in any way, shape, or form, it could be porn, it could be going to strip club, it could be whatever, maybe, that the guy is automatically thinking about cheating. That's not the case.
No,
like I said, a guy's mind, the minute he gets what he wants, or what he thinks he wants, will automatically move on because the guy gets bored.
Right.
Does that not make any sense to you?
Yes, it does, and
it makes a lot of sense, right?
You got to understand when it comes to men chasing women, it's the surprise in it all, When it's the women. The women know we chasing them, so they make it happy, a fun thing to do within themselves. So it's I don't know how to explain it, but I agree with everything you're saying.
We all know the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Right.
Okay? We know when we find a good woman, we find a good woman.
Yes,
however, a guy's natural reaction is to flirt, and a guy's natural reaction is to, wander off. That's just a guy.
Yeah. Right.
Women feed off emotion. Guys feed off of...
Horn-dog-ness.
It's either horn-dog-ness or it's something that comes to their mind at that point that they want exactly that way. Like, example, when you were younger, think of all the times that you thought something would go great with a woman. I'm talking to him for a second.
Yeah.
And then when you actually had it the way you wanted it, you're like, what the fuck did I just do?
And that is the truth. And why did I do that?
In the morning. But you go to a bar and at that time the woman looks attractive and looks great. In the morning you wake up, you're like, what the? Are you kidding me?
I've done it before.
I can say that about.
And the
what the hell was I thinking?
And the reality is that the guy at that time thinks they know what they want, but ultimately have no freaking clue.
Right.
But if it satisfies the guy, for that amount of time, then it works because a guy doesn't think like a woman. A woman goes on a scale of, well, does he love me? Does he feel this way? Does he do this? How does he show me?
What does he think? Does he think about me? Does he think about this?
Exactly. A guy thinks...
Will he do this? Will he do that?
A guy thinks, well, that's some good eye candy. And then here's this fuck, and it sounds like a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't...
know from my experience when you were younger. Remember you were telling me a lot of times you dated girls when they were... pretty to look at, but they were,
Yeah, well, the best way to explain it with some women that I've dated in the past is they were like when you buy a brand new car.
Right.
It's a brand new car. It looks absolutely beautiful. Like you go all out to buy this brand new car. Okay, it's a brand new car. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks like $1 million, and you can't wait to take it home.
Yep.
And then you go to start it up, and the fucker don't run.
Oh, man.
From the minute it don't run, your whole opinion, it doesn't matter how good the car looks, it's trash. Am I wrong?
Right. It's a piece.
Yep.
Exactly. It's a good piece of eye candy, but it's
there
not.
You go. That's it.
Exactly. So the point I'm trying to make is, if women would just be a little more understanding to a guy, and when a guy does other things, understand that he's just trying to get his mind off fucking making dirty thoughts or anything of that sort, and he's just trying to get involved in something,
well, maybe this will
to leave him freaking alone and let him watch his sports.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, all I was going to say, this will make women understand.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, so let him watch his sports and get involved in his sports because he's not thinking about pussy. Excuse my language.
Oh, my God. Really? Did he say that on air? Gee.
Yeah, the pussy cat. How about that?
The cat.
Call it.
Or if he's playing his video games, he's not thinking of another woman.
Right.
If he's working all the time, he's not thinking of another woman.
Right.
He's going to the gym unless there's another woman beside him. He's not thinking of another woman.
Getting hard on while they're working out.
I don't know. I just started a gym. I don't imagine I would.
No, I know that. I'm just teasing.
But did that make a little more sense when I explained the Roadrunner and the Coyote?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
And maybe a woman would, turn around and think, well, maybe this guy isn't actually thinking about cheating. He's just trying to get his jollies off for the time being, to satisfy his mind. Even though his mind will change like a flick of a switch.
Uh-huh.
Because I know my mind does. Other than, with the lady that I love,
Right. Right.
And I'm sure the same thing's with you.
Yeah.
But it's nice for us never to say, well, we never think about another woman. Well, then you must be queer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about another guy.
That's right. But you know what? My father and I, when we were together, we used to drive by the beach and he used to look at the girls. And he'd look right at me and he'd say, well, if I wasn't looking, then you got to be worried. No, when I stopped looking, then you have to worry. So we used to drive by the beach, and I used to go, hey, look, there's a cute girl. Look, she's cute for you. Look at her. And he'd look at the guys and go, look, he's cute for you.
Yeah.
We'd have fun with it. We'd just joke around.
That's just like in fighting terms, when you have a guy that always, talks shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, but this is just all in fun,
Or, jokes around all the time, and then he shuts up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You worry.
Yep. Yeah, we always joked around about it, and it was never a big deal to either one of us.
But that's the truth. If you stop looking, there's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we.
And when women say they don't look or they don't think of other guys, they're full of shit as well.
Full of shit. Full of shit.
Guys.
So I think every woman out there thinks about other guys, but it's different because a lot of women will think about guys like emotionally. Well, if I went with this person, what would this person, do for me? How could this person help me?
Well, no. Like, okay.
Well, other than eye candy.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll take Joe Kane because he's a famous person. I don't think of him like that. I just think he's very handsome. I think he's a good performer. And that's what I think of him.
Bullshit.
Right.
No,
if you had a chance with Joe Kane, you're laughing right there.
Bobby from Lizard Leg.
Yeah, be Bobby from Lizard Leg. Bobby be like, all right, I'm taking your girl and I'm going. I'll be like, yeah, have fun.
He'd say the same thing as Joe Kane.
Bobby's a big dude.
Like he's a big dude too.
Now Bobby's a red hunter on the other hand, be like, all right, I'll just shoot your ass.
That's right.
One of his nephews would come out with a gun and be like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Touch her.
Yeah, his cousin I met one time. I hope that's not the one, in your family that's, But he was crazy.
It's not the one.
Okay.
Good.
I said, if this show takes off one day, I'd hire him as my security as well as you.
You and him, yeah.
Anybody that came there, he'd be like, I don't think so.
He'd like, look at Chen and be like, you're short, you ain't gonna do nothing. Chen be like, pop. Oh, I ain't, huh?
And his cousin would come out. His cousin would come out of the van and be like, who wants some?
Please, motherfucker.
What was like his famous line in that song he had?
He said something about he said something about you ain't. He said I come to you or you ain't even got to drive or something like that. I forgot the name of the song.
Yeah, that's what he said. I come to you. You don't even have to drive. I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah.
That is funny. Well, like I said, like the people I did meet in your family, you have a very nice family, though. They're very nice.
All right.
Other people are, though.
They're wild.
On to the next subject. I pick
Tennessee.
You know what? I pick nothing because my boy over here, even though he's not known that he's volunteering right now, he's going to do a little subject on obnoxious bosses. Go.
Well, my boss is just outrageous. She's outrageously obnoxious. And sometimes I can't stand her. But the problem is, it's not my boss at the time. It's my girlfriend, my old lady's boss.
Oh.
How would you pull an employee in the office? You have a brand new business. How would you pull an employee in the office and ask her, about why is it that you're ringing up meals on a manager's card or a manager's number? She does not even know the manager's number, and that's what pisses me off about bosses that are like this lady. You know what I mean? You have cameras. Huh? I didn't hear you.
The lady fired.
She didn't fire her. No.
No, she's trying to though.
That's what I think it is too.
He's not trying to get fired. Nowadays, bosses do not to cut you all off, but bosses do not want to get people fired because getting people fired means they have to pay.
The unemployment, I know.
They don't want to pay.
Right.
They can make it up to like she was stealing.
No, 90% of the time still.
That's what they're trying to do. This woman sounds like she's trying to make it sound like she's stealing.
Okay.
And that's not something she would do because I know this girl, your girl very much, and she's not a person that would steal. She's a very good person. And she's a very upstanding citizen.
Yeah.
So, but I understand what you're saying. But bosses nowadays, they want people they want to get under their nerves so bad that the people quit. Yep. Because if you quit, I don't have to pay you shit.
Right. So that's what I told her. I said, if that is her intentions of trying to make you quit, don't do it. She would fire me. Do you understand what I'm saying? She would fire me before I would quit.
Oh, yeah. That bitch wouldn't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
Oh, would not like me.
And you just yelled at me.
And she would not like me either.
It's fair. It's so. Mature. Go ahead.
She would not like me at all. That's why I'm trying to get hired over there. Oh, well.
I don't... You know what, though? Talking about bosses, I had a boss, right, from my old job, and I'm not going to say what kind of job it was.
Yeah.
That's not professional.
No.
What I am going to say is that she had a nerve when I didn't call and show. Evidently, I don't want to be there. She called me the next day. She's like, well, are you coming to work? So I went to work, and I'm like, you know what? It's a paycheck and everything and whatnot. I guess I won't quit. I'll stick it out. This is prior to having this job, which is a hell of a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
My bosses, if my bosses are listening to this, which I highly doubt it.
Never know.
But you never know. A year down the line, they might listen. You know, they're the coolest bosses I've ever had.
That's
or in a long time. But, this boss, right, tells me, well, if you want to be fired, I could write the paperwork now.
Really?
Yes. So what did I do? I found another job in 2 days.
He didn't let me go in the office because, boy, if I did, I would have lit that office up and I would have told them off.
Yeah, because...
I hated them people.
Well, I mean, she was just plain old mean. She just acting...
No, she was a...
She was a cunt. Excuse my language.
Douchebag, I was going to say.
I like my word better.
The C word.
Pablo, I'd have the balls to call her a douchebag.
Yeah, I don't even know what letter it starts with. I don't really care.
What? Cunt? C-U-N-T.
Well, whatever.
That's what she was.
Good.
I've had a couple of those in my lifetime.
It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter that does is these bosses that have no business being bosses are bosses now.
Yep, and they don't know what the fuck.
It's just like the same with media. There's some good media people, and I was talking about this the other day because I was getting pissed off.
Yeah, but tell them how your boss
about
didn't know
this
what they were doing and they were asking you.
I understand that.
Stupid.
But the thing I'm going to say is this. Okay, just like I was talking about the Jags the other day in a different podcast, you know, where media, you know, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I'm sure you know that as well.
Same thing with jobs and colleges and everything else.
Yes, I do.
Colleges are a huge scam. You don't believe that? Listen to KRS-One when he talks about it.
Right.
Okay? Trade schools are a huge scam. You want to know why? The trade school that I went to, once again, being a professional, I'm not going to mention names, but they guaranteed me a job when I got out. Guaranteed. Prior to me signing the contract. After me signing the contract to go to school, and when it came to the internship, which is where they place you with something, their internship, as well as their, you know, getting jobs for people is they send resumes to people.
Right.
They don't even talk to people. They send that's wonderful. I can send a resume to somebody.
Yeah, you really send a resume to your Poppy Red Hunter.
You know, I just spent.
It's gonna happen.
You know, I just spent like $9,000, and you're gonna tell me after you tell me that you definitely could get me a job, that all of a sudden your place to get me a job is to email resumes to companies. Yep. Tell me that isn't a scam.
Scam out this world.
I am $9,000 in the hole, plus, you know, went to court. What do you call them? I'm trying to think of the name here.
Civil court?
No, where you consolidation loans. They're trying to give you.
Oh.
What's the consolidation? What consolidation does is they give you an extra time to pay off your loan. But if you don't, they just keep on adding taxes and taxes.
Yes,
so
they will.
Up 13, 15, 18,000 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, thank God mine's only 13. But regardless, you know, I know for the longest time, how long did you have to go without taxes, man? Not to put you on the spot, but how many years did you bust your ass and you had to pay fucking school instead of, you know...
I went without taxes for close to 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. The 5 years you could have had that money in your pocket and you can't because the IRS decides, well, we're going to screw you. And the freaking decide, well, we're going to screw you.
I'm going to tell you about this school I went to. It was a school for radio programming, what you call it, the be in the media, and it had nursing school, it had a private security guard training. That's where I went, and they promised us all of these different things that we would do, and we never did them. Only thing we did is CPR training.
There you go. You get a bunch of empty promises.
A bunch of crap. You know what I mean? And as far as them paying, we took out the, I don't forgot what loan it was, but we took out the loan, and we supposed to get so much amount of money back. I didn't get nothing but $177 check. My sisters and my cousin got $457 in a check when they were supposed to get $1,700. Okay, we didn't get what we were promised, but I still had to pay this school back. And I wonder why. You know what I mean? Why do I have to go through
government law as of 1980 or whatever? Okay, and they made this law that if you went to school before this time, you were exempt from you know you can declare bankruptcy and you were cool. But after this time in the 80s, I believe it is.
That's what everybody's doing that. That's why.
You no longer, because you went to school, it doesn't matter if the school closed down, doesn't matter what the circumstances, you're automatically responsible for the loan. However, here's the thing I don't understand, okay, and I hate to be political, I hate to be, judgmental, but why is it come from a different country? And that's not, no disrespect to anybody that comes from a different country, because I understand your situation. I understand you want to get away from, whatever, how bad it is and whatnot, and come to America. But why is it you can come here and be given everything and don't have to pay back shit?
Yep, we gotta suffer.
Yeah, but yet if you're born here, you have to pay back everything. Why does that not make sense to me?
It doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't.
And single moms got to suffer because they're from here.
I knew a dude that worked in a freaking package store. This is what pisses me off. He told me, I'm on a work visa. I come here for 6 months. They supply me everything. And this is a guy, from Pakistan that comes out here. And it's, I don't have a problem with people from other countries coming out here.
I really don't. I don't. No, I'm not prejudiced to nothing.
My thing is this. They come here, they get money for 6 months, they go back, they support their families, and then they bring another relative to do the same thing. But we're not entitled to do that. How does that make any sense?
That's all I'm talking about. No offense to anybody from any other country. It's just that how come they can come here and they can get our food stamps, they can get our Social Security, they can get our this, our that, whatever. They can hand in money, no problem. Yet the single mothers who are out there that have kids have to go without food. I have a friend who works hard and works very hard, and yet when my friend was out of work, my friend was not able to get any benefits to help.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I mean, what can we do?
If you call it the home of the free, and I'm not trying to go political, because that's not my intentions.
Never was.
But if you call it the home of the free, here's what I don't understand, just to be a little comical for a minute. It's actually the land of the free, not the home of the free. The land of the free.
That's right.
Where nothing's free.
That's the bottom line.
And there's some places that charge you for a bathroom. I'm not kidding you. There's some shelters out there that charge you room and board. But it's a shelter.
I know.
Okay? But here's the thing. They call it the land of, the home of the, Kind of backwards.
That's backwards.
The land of the free and the home of the Braves, right? So why would I go down south and they call me a damn Yankee if it's the home of the Braves?
And we know Yankees. We don't even, we're from New York.
And on top of that, why in the world can I not stand most people from freaking New York City? If it's supposed to be the home of the Yankees, I guess, instead of the Braves.
Yep.
Right. They're not going to stand these people that every time they say you must be from New York, I can't stand the ones that are from New York.
Right.
Well, that's true. Not everybody.
It's not everyone from New York. It's the ones from the cities that act like they're better. And no, if you're listening from New York, we're not a part of you. We don't want to be a part of you. We're Connecticut. We're our own. Just like Massachusetts is its own. Every state deserves to be their own.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee's its own.
The only reason they don't say you're from, well, you're a damn Brave rather than a Yankee is because the Braves are in Atlanta.
Right.
Which is Georgia.
Why are people saying, oh, you're, let's say, somebody says, oh, I'm from Tennessee. Oh, you must be a damn Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Damn Kentuckian or something. Be like, huh? I'm not even from Kentucky. I'm from Tennessee, like I just told you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you get called Yankee. We get called rednecks and stuff down there.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying for an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get called more choice words than being black, but I'm not going to go there.
There you go. I get called a redneck because I don't know. It's just I'm.
But you know
what?
But
a redneck.
Sense, and I'll explain why. And it's nothing against Southerners.
No.
Right.
But you think of it, if you look at the term redneck, okay? Is it not boiling hot during the summer?
Yes, it is.
Then you have a redneck.
Hard ass.
All right. You damn Yankee, you.
I don't even like the Yankees. Well, I mean, so I guess I like the Yankees due to the fact that she likes the Yankees. But.
Yep, but my state is Tennessee. So far, it's my favorite state. Well,
Papa Red Hunter will tell me I'm as much Tennessee as Buddy's Barbecue or Crystal's out there.
That's right.
Out there.
You know, they getting rid of Buddy's Barbecue. I'm hating it, too.
I am, too, because Buddy's Barbecue had the best freaking barbecue.
Yes, they do.
Barbecue, that's not fair.
Because their prices
a lot of them.
I don't think they can compete with everybody else.
No. I know they got rid of the one.
I know this for a fact, not to diss Buddy's Barbecue, but the assistant manager, when I got overtime and I was a normal employee, and that doesn't mean I've always worked in freaking fast food, just to let people know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Nothing against people that work in fast food, because I got a buddy of mine, which you know him as well, Mike, that makes over freaking $30,000-$40,000 a year working in fast food as management.
Yes.
Person, very good.
Right? He does make money. So it's not like you can't make money in, Tennessee.
Yeah,
or
there's nothing
down
wrong
south.
with fast food. There's nothing wrong with
That's why when everyone says, well, when you go down south, you get paid less. Yeah, when you get paid less, I don't think so. Because I make, right now, I make like $10 an hour. Okay. In Connecticut.
Right.
Did I not make more down south?
Yes, you did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. When I worked in Nova, I was making like $13 an hour. When I worked at Westgate, I was clearing like almost $1,000 a week.
Wow.
You know? And this is in Tennessee.
Yes.
But yeah, in Connecticut, they don't want to pay nobody. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it don't. And it's a higher cost of living, because when I visited, when we came up there.
Higher cost of living.
No, they don't. People care about their own pockets and their own selves.
And when we came up there,
a friend of mine, right, who was receiving money from, the government, and their kid, the father got a raise from child support and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And the kid lost out on their food stamps account of it.
Wow.
Like, it's the kid's fault that the father got the raise. It don't make no sense.
No, it don't.
So, normally this is happy hour, but I guess this is social hour.
Yeah.
But then again,
social hour.
Nothing but could mean everything.
Yep.
Or vice versa.
But I've had a good time on the radio tonight.
We still got another 49 minutes, and if I want to extend it, I will, because I'm an asshole.
So nice.
I understand. You're an asshole. I've been knowing you for so many years, so.
Yeah. Now, here, hon. I'm going to say, hey, it's asshole.
So, here's what you're not going to get, right? I'm going to do like a 5-minute thing on this. I was on Jaguars.com, and we do our Jag shows.
Right.
Okay. And this dude, I said Gino's going to end up better than, Luck and RG3. And I stated my reasons for it. Okay? I said that RG3 is a running quarterback, and without running, just like Randall Cunningham was. You remember Randall Cunningham?
Yes, I do.
When they took his legs out, what did he do?
He started trying to throw, but it didn't help him.
I mean, he was a good thrower, don't get me wrong, but...
Yes, he was, but he wasn't as high quality as they wanted him to be as a passer. Yes.
And I said Andrew Luck was built around first and second round talent. As far as the line, is that a lie?
No, it's not.
If you draft, everybody that was picked from the line was either first or second round, correct? Yes,
it was.
Okay. Now, Gino's got Austin, which you know who that is. It's receiver. And he's got Bailey, who's more of a possession receiver. Even though he's got speed, he reminds me more of a Jerry Rice.
Right.
A slower receiver that just can get open. Okay. So anyway, I tell him, you know what? Gino's got, he's got no line. If you watch West Virginia games, they have no line at all. And they've got a terrible defense. I don't care what quarterback was there. Nobody would, come back from 48 to nothing, 24 to nothing, with no time to work with. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
So in my opinion, even though it may be a bias, I'm not going to say it's a biased opinion, but even though it may be because I believe Gino will go to the Jags, whether he goes to the Jags or not, I believe his career will end up better than Luck and RG3. Now, I know the media says otherwise, but fuck the media. I don't care.
Right.
Because I stated when Blackman was in college, his stats were better than both Green and Jones, and that's a fact.
Yes.
And Green and Jones were drafted before Blackman. I said in the NFL, Blackman will do better, and Blackman has done better.
Yes. Yes, he has.
So.
Well, I don't look at.
I had a guy that laughed at me when I said this. This is where I wanted to add you, because you know who this is, right?
Who is this?
I said, Darren Thomas, who was the quarterback from Oregon, I said he's going to be a hell of a quarterback one day, okay? I said, but right now it doesn't seem like he's not given a chance like T. Martin was. Can you tell people about T. Martin?
Oh, he was an awesome quarterback for Tennessee. They ended his chances at the end of the year. Evidently, they didn't want him to be with a good pro team, but when he went to the pros and he done his job at Washington, when he went to the pros, he was a very outstanding quarterback. I knew he would make it to the pros.
And
he was a runner. He was a passer.
here's the deal. Had he been white, he would have been given an opportunity. But because he was black, he wasn't.
Right.
I truly believe that. And I believe Darren Thomas is getting the same freaking shaft.
Right. They ended when they trumped up a bunch of charges on T. Martin, and I feel like it never did happen, but he seemed like it took him down from that. You know what I mean? But when he went to Washington, he done his job. He did what he had to do.
Yeah, exactly, but they didn't give him a chance.
They didn't give him a chance, though.
In my eyes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I officially did not see every game of Peyton Manning, and I know you're a huge Peyton Manning fan.
Yes.
Okay. But you have to admit, T. Martin was a hell of a quarterback in the Bulls, and had he been white, he would have got the same opportunity as Peyton Manning.
Right. That's
because
how
I see T. Martin get knocked the hell out by a defender one play, and the next play come back and throw a freaking 80-yard bomb like it was nothing.
Yes.
I see it time after time. Now, where Peyton would have, I mean, nothing against Peyton, but Peyton would have just got handled, and on the next play would have just focused on the first out. T. Martin was a tough-as-they-come quarterback, period.
Yeah.
So, not against Peyton, because Peyton's a great quarterback in his own regards. I don't like him because he was a cult in a way, but now he's on the Broncos, I'll say he was a heck of a quarterback.
Yes, he was. He still is a heck of a quarterback. It's just, like you were saying, T. Martin didn't get his fair fight.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
And I think part of that had to do with the fact that he was black. And you've seen Darren Thomas, and I'm telling you, Darren Thomas is something special.
Yes,
but he's not going to get an opportunity. If he does, he will show the world, but he's not getting it.
Right.
And I don't care about his height or whatever they may say. He was a heck of a quarterback. So, all right, but now we're moving away from football and going back to the show that means nothing but could mean something. And it may actually have meaning behind all this shit, or it may not.
That's right.
Yeah, we're basically Seinfeld on the radio. This show.
Yes, we are.
Everybody would watch Seinfeld, but it would never mean anything. But sometimes it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, it did.
So, but we're like an explicit Seinfeld, I guess. Because I don't ever think they drop the F-bomb or K-bomb or, C-bomb, whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
So now we turn ropes to, I guess. Yeah, let's ask the person that hasn't asked the question at all. All right. Tell Tweety she needs to come up with the topic right now.
Okay, just 1 second.
Baby. 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 Hey, baby. Baby.
They make a cute couple, though.
Baby. Baby.
She's a sweetheart and he's a sweetheart.
Baby.
They're good people.
Whose baby's daddy?
Shut up.
Baby. All right, well.
Baby.
While we're waiting, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Me, no.
You don't have any subjects you like to talk about? Nothing at all? There's a Jackson over there. It's cute as bunny. You know, if you seen him the other day, we bought him a Jags jersey.
up and hopping around the house in it.
Yeah, exactly. He looks so damn cute.
He loves it. He loves his little Jags jersey. I put it on him every time somebody comes to the house, and everybody thinks it's adorable. Even my nephew, who's not even a fan of the Jags.
Hey, Poppy, if she won't come to the fall, man, get your ass back.
Do what now?
If you can't find her, then
she's a little incapacitated right now. She's using the restroom and talking to her mother. Yep.
You might have the Hershey's.
I'll not be discussing now.
I don't know about the Hershey's. I don't know about that.
All right, guys, let's
milk chocolate, right?
Guys, stop being
I don't know.
Come on, that's disgusting. You pigs.
I want to talk about. I found a conversation here. I want to talk about.
Huh?
Yeah.
About how cute our bunny is?
No. Dumb shit that pisses us off.
Oh, dumb shit? Drivers that don't know how to drive.
I was thinking the same thing.
People that pull into your lane and they cut you off. Or they'll be going straight and all of a sudden they'll just decide, oh, well, I'm just going to go in that lane and turn.
What really pisses me off is the people that are out of state that are driving in the fast lane at 40 miles an hour. Are you serious?
I know, really.
This is up north. You don't drive that slow in the fucking fast lane.
That's what the motherfucking slow lane's for. On the left side.
At least give the people respect and at least get in the slow lane, please.
That's what I'm saying.
Or get in the middle lane. You've got people running for work and everything else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'll be on the left lane, let's say. Somebody will be in the middle lane. Or they'll be way over on the right side. They'll go at the middle lane and cut right in front of you.
But the people that
cut
in front of me doesn't bother me.
Not when they come from the right lane all the way over to the left lane.
What bothers me is the people that are going super slow in the ultra freaking fast lane.
I'm talking about the regular road.
Because what these people don't understand that come from out of state, right, is they don't get there's two laws, and they're kind of contradicting, out here.
Okay.
Out there it's a little different because if you ain't going the speed limit and you go a little over, them cops will pull you over. They don't care if you were avoiding an accident, they will pull you over.
Wow.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But what really pisses me off, I'm going to put it this way. The people that come from the side lane, right, and get into your lane and then slow down.
I hate that.
Why the hell do you come from a side lane, go into the fast lane, which is the left lane?
Or you're sitting in traffic, right? And now you're behind somebody, and you've got to wait for them, yet the person behind you's beeping at you. Hello, where would you like to go? The person in front of me can't move anywhere because somebody's in front of them, waiting to turn or whatever.
That's normally a New Yorker. No disrespect to New York, but that's true. But yeah, the ones that come from the side lane, they go into the fast lane, which is the left lane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then slow down once they get into the lane. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think they're asking for somebody to hit their back, and I think the laws should be changed. Well, here we go. If we change laws, it's going to be laws above laws and on top of laws and everything else. Right?
Mhm.
But
I'll tell you what pisses me off. I went into a restaurant the other day. And I had ordered our food and everything, and I'm not gonna call the restaurant's name out or nothing.
No, we know.
And it was a guy that was in front of him. He was just ranting and raving because evidently they were busy to get his food out within 2 or 3 minutes like he wanted it. That pisses me off. If you see somebody that is busy and they can't get your food out within a certain amount of time, don't rant and rave.
I mean, it
that
depends
pisses
on the
me off.
situation. If it's like 30, 45 minutes, that's different. But if it's like hardly any time, I understand that.
Right. It wasn't even. He just kept going about it. I have to be at work a certain time. I understand that. If you got to be at work, don't stop by a restaurant.
But you know what? It depends on the situation. I was at a McDonald's the other day, and I was pissed off. I didn't say nothing. I was pissed off because you know how when you work drive-through, because I worked drive-through in the past. Drive-through comes first prior to the front.
Always.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
I'm sitting in drive-thru, and they're making a bulk order in front of me, and I've got to get back to work. So if that was the case, then I understand where the dude was coming to.
Right.
They were making, like, a bunch of, like, catering orders, you know, like catering bulk orders for other people. That's wonderful, but you got somebody sitting in the drive-thru. Actually, you got about 4 cars in the drive-thru, and you're not going to attend to them at all.
Right.
You're not even going to say, if they said, look, well, give us 2 minutes, we're working on, you know, something else, I'm fine with it.
Yep.
But the fact that they said nothing, and they're running around, you know, in the front, and they do nothing about it is what pisses me off.
Right.
Give me my money back. What about this morning? We went to go get food this morning at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, and the people in the drive-thru weren't even there.
Yeah.
There was no one to answer. We're sitting there for 3 minutes. No one answered.
Really?
You know, but that pisses me off a little bit. What pissed me off last time I went to the same one, and it happened to be a Burger King. Right? I had 2 people screaming in my ear. And I understand that the headsets are, you know, ultra-sensitive and everything.
Yes.
But, you know, you're screaming in the, you know, person's ear.
You don't scream in the ear. You turn the mic off. There's a way to turn them mics off. I worked at
It was like 2 people didn't understand what was going on. Like, they had no communication with each other, even though they had headsets right next to each other. Right? So I get to the window, and this dude has a nerve to tell me, well, you shouldn't have drove away from while you were taking your order.
Really?
Told the guy to go screw himself.
Yeah.
I would have told him, go screw yourself, take your food and shove it.
I did. That's the day I said, you know, some choice words. That boy
would not have liked me being in that car. He's lucky I wasn't. Choice words? Oh.
Yeah, well, my choice words were...
I would have lit that Burger King up.
You weren't listening. I'm out of here. You know?
Yep. No, I would have lit that place.
Right.
I would have went in and complained to the manager so bad, boy. He wouldn't know what to do.
But, you know, I try to be, you know, civil about that.
I do, too, but I've worked in a Burger King. I know what's expected and what's not expected.
So.
And what's acceptable and what's not.
I understand.
I worked in Burger King, I worked in Wendy's, I worked in McDonald's.
I've worked at a bunch of fast food places, too.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But me also working there, too, I didn't know if you knew.
Well, I told you the story. I didn't say it on air. But, I worked for McDonald's, and we were, you know, busy off the highway and off the main road.
Yeah.
And they had the fries located in the shed. Which was
yeah, I remember.
And in the shed was this huge ladder, which if you're, you know, smaller than 5'9", you're not going to hit it. But me being 6'2", I hit it every time. And you would think one of the times I have enough common sense to say, hey, dummy, duck, as you're going in. But I hit it every time going in. And every time I have...
Wait a minute. Don't those fries have to be frozen?
They are frozen.
Oh, okay.
And every time I'm grabbing the frozen fries and coming back, I hit the ladder again.
Oh. It was one of them frozen things. Okay.
Yeah, but it was located in a shed, and there was a ladder right there.
I
And they sent the tall guy to go up.
Of course.
Mhm.
So I kept on knocking my noggin against the ladder. You would think one of them times I have enough common sense to say, "Dummy, duck."
Nope.
No, I don't.
We went over our friend's house. He was staying with his mother. We went downstairs to his room, and what did Dummy do? He hits the top.
Yes, I hit the
Oh
top.
my goodness.
Hits the top again.
So knocking
man.
it will never happen.
Both the same. Him and his buddy are both the same size, right? Around about.
Exactly.
And he doesn't hit his head not once. His buddy goes up and down his head at all. This one, boink.
While we're on the topic of what pisses us off, only on Teal Time Radio can you hear this crazy fucking shit. Oh, I dropped the F-bomb again. I should apologize, but this is non-commercial radio, so I don't give it. Non-corporate radio, so I don't care. No, this is what pisses me off. This is what I gotta speak on. Even though I shouldn't, because I'm not trying to go the political way.
No, let's not do that, no. No, not a good idea.
I'm going to.
No.
I'm going to. I got to.
No.
Got to. Got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get yourself in trouble. I ain't involved.
I'm worried about it.
I know nothing.
You don't even know what I'm going to talk about.
I don't. I'm just busting your chops.
Here's what I don't understand. There was a situation that happened, right?
Mhm.
And the person was not from this state. But yet you're strengthening laws to improve something to do with our state. For what reason? Doesn't make any sense to me. It's not going to bring back things. It's not.
Right.
I don't think anybody knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, and I ain't going to say.
I understand.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Only thing I know is Tupac will be back here next year. I know that. 214.
Yeah, you believe that.
Yeah, I like Tupac.
You know what? I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say this right. And I'm going to say this. That made any sense. I don't think
Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Really?
I see no changes. And I don't care what was put on there. It's not what people think. Listen.
Okay.
Because even though there's not.
Mhm.
And some people won't understand what I'm saying. But this is what I want to understand. If you're strengthening laws, right?
Mhm.
Then why are the ones that do the taxes buying hollow points? How does that make any sense?
Don't.
This is for another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that show that will never air, we'll talk about things that don't matter because they do matter, because they matter a lot to a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
But the last thing I'll say on this subject is this. The sympathetic run things, but the sympathetic never been in the shoes to understand what really is going on. And that's the end of my quote.
Okay.
So now on Happy Hour Radio, we're going to speak on... Don't leave no dead silence.
I'm just kidding. Everybody, I'm just joking around. I just did that just to be funny.
You got a topic to pick, and we'll speak on it.
A topic to pick. Let's see.
Come on.
A topic. I don't really, honestly. Oh, animal abuse. Yes. That's a very good topic. Why is it these people get away with abusing animals and they get a slap on the wrist? Or they do a little jail time? I'm sorry. If you murder an animal, it should be the same as murdering a human being.
It depends on what animal.
No. I'm talking about a cat, a dog.
But what if I step on a cockroach?
No, I'm not talking about like bugs. I'm not talking about like chickens.
That's an insect.
An insect is still an animal.
Yeah, but no.
It still has feelings.
No.
Except for fish.
Listen, what I'm talking about is I'm talking about not things we eat. We eat cow, we eat pigs, we eat goats, I'm sure. They make something out of goats.
That's why I said the other day it's good for food.
Jamaican people make curry goat, which is very good, actually, from what I told. I never had it, but somebody told me. Anyways, those animals aren't considered ones I'm talking about.
We were talking about endangered species, right?
Uh-huh.
And we were talking about, well, if there was an endangered species and there was an endangered plant, which one would you want to die, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was saying, well, you definitely want the plant to die because the animal we could eat for food later.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead with back what you were saying.
You can't do that and eat an endangered animal. That's why it's endangered. I don't mean like animals like we eat. I'm talking about animals that are pets. Dogs, cats, a rabbit. I mean, unless, people, I mean, there are people, sorry, Jackson, that do eat them for food. But if they go over a pet, and I go over and I kill your cat, or I kill your dog, I apologize.
That's a delicacy in Japan.
That still should be considered murder, I'm sorry. The people that...
I understand.
Kick their animals.
But how far do you want to bring that? This is an interesting topic.
It should be
yes, it is.
Sorry. I know a man who, God rest his soul because he died now, my godson's father used to kick his dog in the mouth. He had a beautiful, I mean gorgeous, what was it? I can't remember what it was. He had some really nice animals. He had all kinds of cats and stuff running around his yard. His cat was constantly making kittens. So, I mean, there were some pretty cats. He'd take them, stick them in a bag, and tie them to the pipe of the car and kill them just to be an asshole. Okay, wait. Then it was a greyhound. That's what it was. Her name was Dancing Jade Dancer.
It was a bus?
No, that's what kind of dog she was. Anyways, she was a beautiful dog. She didn't bother.
Was it a big bus?
I believe a greyhound is a dog, sir.
Anyway, she didn't bother anybody. She was sweet as could be. She'd lick you. She'd be happy to see you. I used to take her and run her all the time and just run around with her. She was the nicest dog I ever saw. Anyways, he used to kick that dog in the mouth, I found out, and tried blaming other people and saying they were doing it. And the person that he blamed, I know doesn't do that because I know the person very well. It was just him being a jerk because he was doing it and didn't want to cover it up. So he had to make it look like other people were doing it.
But who made these laws and how far do you take them? If you say, well, you can't, if you go, you're extended to the full extent of the law. Okay, what if somebody puts a cockroach to a leash and says, well, that's why it's pets?
No, I'm talking about a normal pet. No. I'm talking stupid. Come on.
I'm not talking stupid.
Who's going to put a leash on a cockroach?
You'd be surprised.
But I understand where she's coming from because I do have pets.
And I do know what she's saying, but...
Nobody ever touched my pet. Let me tell you something. They better pray to God I don't whoop their ass. And I ain't got something in my hand.
I understand.
I'll beat somebody with something.
I understand where you're coming from. But what happens is you create laws on top of laws to follow laws that cover laws that if something serious were to happen, there's no protection because it's laws on top of laws over laws to cover laws.
But there should be some kind of stipulation where you get in some more trouble than what they get in. What, a couple of hours in jail and you got to do community service? Oh, big deal. Come on, my uncle does that on his head. Sitting on his head, thinks none of it. Uncle George, am I right?
I'm understanding that.
You tell him, oh, okay, you're going to jail. All right, yeah, and?
But what if the pet is going after you? What do you do? It's like, oh, well, there's a law against it.
If it's a pit bull or a no offense to
pit bull is not the only animal that goes
No, I'm
after
just using pit bulls as an example. That's why I said no offense to people that have pit bulls. I know people that have them, and they are good dogs. I've known quite a few that were nice. But anyway, just for an example, if a dog is coming after you and has rabies, or it's just coming after you to bite you, then yes, you have a right to defend yourself. But I'm talking about downright having an animal, leaving it out in the yard with no shelter, no food, no water, and just starving the poor thing to death and beating it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's different.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are the laws I'm talking about.
That's different.
That's what pisses me off.
That's different. That's different. And when you explain it like that, I totally agree. However, when you're just talking about animals in general...
No, not animals in general, just ones that are being starved, beaten, abused. I mean, I've had many different kind of animals. I've never abused my animals. I've never hurt my animals.
Step on flies and cockroaches every day. But, I mean, how far do you want the law to extend? What you're thinking, I'm understanding, and I agree with.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is one person takes something and goes the extra mile to another thing, and it goes to another thing, and it's just, like I said before, sympathetic. People run things.
Yep.
But they don't understand.
All right. They really don't.
I have my baby with me right now, my bunny, and my bunny means the absolute world to me.
It's like I went to an Everlast concert, and I think the song that Don't Know What It's Like is a phenomenal song. I think the dude that sings it is a total asshole. But that's based on the concert I went to. That's based on the fact that he was telling the sound guys that they're wrong, and in my eyes, you don't have that right. But that's just my eyes, and I could be wrong.
If I was them, I would have told him to go somewhere. I would have said, dude, look at, you know what? Now after this concert, you can go somewhere.
But as far as the song, I agree with it 100%.
Yes.
I totally do. Because you do not know what it's like until you walk in somebody else's shoes.
Yep.
If some of these rich people walked in poor people's shoes in real life and see what it's like, I guarantee they'd have a new outlet. But why would they when they've got different ways to go about it? Why would they chance it?
Right.
So, and I mean, I think tonight, everybody, I apologize if you're listening. The number is 917-889, 7873. Nobody's going to call in. They're scared shitless to call in. If I started a chat, I'm sure that there'd be like 4 or 5 people wanting to chat, but I'll launch a small chat window, and it's not going to have anybody because they're creating a chat room and all that. But, some things we talk about just make a lot of sense, but they make no sense.
All right.
Because one person's gold is another person's trash. One person's trash is another person's treasure.
Right.
Depends on how you look at things.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Like, one person can say Jackson's just relaxing.
Yep.
Another person would say Jackson's being a total horn dog right now.
You're being a hard dog. Are you relaxing?
Ain't nothing but a horn dog. You know damn well that's what Elvis was trying to say at that time.
Of course.
Yeah.
All the time, come on.
So I'm going to leave the next topic to my buddy, Poppy Red Hunter, over here, because he seems like he's bored. And he wants to talk
Come
about
on, Poppy.
So,
I'm just fine. I was just looking at the Tennessee Vibe ladies play basketball. And
really bothering you, and you wanted to come out right now, and we're going to talk about it live in the air, because we have, I don't know.
Tupac will be back in 2014. Will he return? Tupac, 2014.
Tupac is not returning in 2014. He has no interest in the music business. Why does he have no interest in the music business? Because the music business, if you say too much, you're done.
Right.
Or any other business. That's just how it is.
You know, I understand that. And it's pretty bad how far it's gotten today and how
is that bad? I mean, like, what I was saying wasn't borderline, but it was treading close.
Yeah.
But, or maybe
it's not
it wasn't
like it used to be.
It's not like there's, like, a fan base of, like, 20,000. But then again, 20,000 people might listen to the, you know, you never know.
Right.
But the whole thing about it is this. If people don't express how they feel, nothing will ever get done. And there will never be change. But they don't want change.
Well, like our buddy Aaron Lewis says, don't tread on me and I won't tread on you. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
I told you, I want to move down south and I want to have 2 flags in my yard. Just like he says in the song. One flying high, which is the red, white, and blue. The second one is going to be...
Don't tread on me?
That's right. Those are going to be the 2 flags in my yard.
Isn't it our yard? It's not our yard?
Well, of course it's our yard, but I'm saying to the people out there.
What people?
Whoever's listening.
Yeah, no. Thank you for listening. Don't mind me. I've had a few too many beers. So.
Yeah, 2 beers. You're fine.
Well, I'm a little tired.
Yeah, that he is. He works hard all day.
So I always work hard.
Oh, man, give me a break.
Whatever.
I had a beautiful day today.
Well, I'm glad you had a beautiful day today. Why don't you explain your beautiful day while I was working today?
And I was laying in bed looking at TV.
Porn.
But I did eat hot dogs. I'm good.
He ate hot dogs.
You want to crack up? You want to hear something really cute? I was helping my neighbor in her yard, right? And one of the other neighbors that lives in our complex goes, she's standing outside and her little granddaughter's outside. She's going to be maybe 2 years old. Little girl comes over and she's talking and she goes, I want a hot dog. And nobody will make a hot dog. We were cracking up laughing. This little girl was so damn cute and she was so smart. And then she's talking about her iPad. She goes, I got an iPad. And you do? She goes, yeah. And she's taking her finger like she's with a pen on the iPad. It was so funny. This is how it goes. We were cracking up how smart this little girl was. 2 years old. I was using that iPod, like normal, people like the adults have iPads. Oh, she has probably a little price one.
I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back.
Oh, really?
That's just fantastic.
Oh no! leaf pad one. It was so cute. I was cracking up laughing. We were.
Oh man.
I said to the grandmother, I said, this little girl is just too funny and smart. She goes, yeah, she's very smart. I just couldn't believe something out of a 2-year-old's mouth, and I was like, huh? When you hear something out of a 2-year-old's mouth, and it sounds like something that an adult would say, because the way she was this iPad, like she was a big girl. It was so cute. I was cracking up.
That's good.
Kids know the craziest things.
Yeah.
Come on, Poppy, talk.
That's right.
What you gotta talk about, Poppy?
I'm just sitting here thinking, that's all, about a lot of things that's happening in the world today, you know.
Yeah.
And we can't do too much about it, you know. I just dislike that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
Yeah. We'll pray for them.
That's all you can do. That's what my mother-in-law would tell you. My mother-in-law would tell you, if anytime something happens bad to somebody or somebody's doing something they ain't supposed to, she'd say, you know what? Just pray for them.
Just pray for them.
Like, okay, Ma. So my mother-in-law's a wonderful woman anyways. She's very Christian. She's very wonderful.
She called us. She called on Easter.
Did she?
I got to talk to her, We got to talk to her Easter. So that was a good deal.
Don't deserve any. Nope. Sorry.
No, some people, there's people that just don't deserve to be there.
People that, you know, are disrespectful to the hand that feeds piss me off.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Uh-huh.
That disrespectful person needs to watch themselves.
Yep.
Watch themselves. Show me what you're working
with. When it comes to my father-in-law, ain't nobody gonna disrespect them. Because they disrespect them, they ain't gonna like what's gonna happen as a result of it.
Yeah, but we're on happy hour.
But I didn't say anything bad.
I don't think anything about this happy hour has been actually happy, but
I wouldn't talk about any old thing.
What do you think about, just rewind, what do you think about when they made Ren and Stimpy gay? You remember the original Ren and Stimpy, right?
They never made Ren and Stimpy gay. I never saw that.
On MTV, they made Ren and Stimpy gay. Originally, they were not gay. They weren't even close.
The cartoon.
They were just brothers.
Yeah, MTV was just making the cartoon. That's all.
Sometimes they just do stupid shit to ruin shit. Yep. Just like when they made fucking Power Rangers to try to ruin Voltron, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They were saying that the Teletubbies were gay. Because they had the gay symbol on top of their head. I'm like, what 2-year-old do you know is going to know what a gay symbol is? Well, or what's a gay flag?
The rainbow.
Huh?
The rainbow.
Yeah, but
that's why they said they were gay, because of the rainbow.
Yeah, but
still. But then would you say reading Rainbow was gay as well?
No,
I would say that, but I don't think the reading Rainbow was gay.
Maybe they were Irish, you know, follow the rainbow. Pot of gold.
I really don't have. I don't have anything against gay people.
I don't either.
You know.
I don't either. I think they're happy people.
I have a cousin who's gay, and he's
I think they are happy people. You know that.
Shiny, happy people holding hands.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. They are happy people.
If you're happy and you know, clap your hands.
Please don't sing.
No, I really don't have anything against
I don't either.
People that are like that.
That's why I don't like when these people, whoever does it,
but
says, you can't watch this show because the Teletubbies are gay because of their symbol. Reading Rainbow is gay because of the rainbow.
But
no 2-year-old or 5-year-old or 4-year-old or 3-year-old, I'm sorry, is going to know what gay is.
But the whole thing about Well, then again, they've been hiding, messages for like ever. It's just like if you look at the old Willy Wonka, you wouldn't realize how perverted that was when you were a kid. You were just looking at it and like, chocolate!
Yeah, I was thinking about sex at that age.
But if you look at the original, and then especially the new is ridiculous. What? The picture of the cocks and everything.
I don't like the new one.
So.
I never paid attention. I never watched the new one. I never will. I don't like the new one.
But in the old one, you could see references of different things. You can.
I didn't pay attention. I'll have to pay attention.
It's crazy.
I have it saved on my box. On my computer, on my TV.
But then again, I'm weird because I'm the only one in the face of this planet that actually thinks, if you go back to the Gremlins, that Gizmo was the lead bad guy.
Whoa. Don't call him bad. Let me tell you something. My bunny, when he sticks his ears forward, he looks like Gizmo. And that's what I call him. That's his nickname.
And when he chews on the wires, I think of Gizmo, the bad guy.
No, I think I'm one of the bad gremlins.
Right.
I'm sorry. He accidentally, intentionally walked into the water. He accidentally, intentionally did after midnight.
No. Didn't. His brothers did. All the other gremlins did. But he asked him if he wanted some. Gizmo said, And as far as the water goes, no, he did not walk into the water. The little boy knocked over the water, and it got on Gizmo. That's how he got his babies.
But, I mean, the way you're saying it is the way normal people think. I think Gizmo was the ultimate bad guy. But then again, I think the white guy from Training Day, which Shannon's, totally going to disagree, Poppy Red Hunter.
Yeah.
Poppy Red Hunter is going to say, I don't care how long it says we have left. We'll go to we damn well please because we can.
Right.
Okay. I believe the white guy from Training Day, right, had no business doing what he was doing because the black guy was actually trying to save his butt. I am weird in that sense. I have different, meanings why, but I truly believe it.
I don't think the black guy was trying to save his butt. I believe he was trying to get him in more trouble than he was in already.
No, sometimes when you're trying to test somebody and they fail test and they don't understand, they could take shit wrong.
But he wasn't taking it wrong. The black guy was actually dealing in drugs. You got to think about it. That wasn't a test for the white guy.
And you know what's funny though?
What's that?
There's a white guy here saying the black guy was right.
There you go.
The black guy over there is saying the white guy was right.
Now that's funny.
I don't care how many seconds you tell me I have. I'm still going to roll. We paid for beyond that, so.
Right.
So I can go out as long as I want. Automated machine. I don't care what you think.
Right.
So.
But we need to talk about, you can call me afterwards or whatever, so you can fill me in on it, I guess, on the next show or whatever.
No, I'm not.
I really do need to know what you're talking about. I'm
just saying the things that he was doing. If you look back in the show, okay, that he was taking it wrong, and the dude was actually protecting him and helping him and training him to be, like he was. And he turned around. Yes, the dude, I'm not going to disregard the dude owed the Russians. I'm not going to disregard the dude was doing dirt.
Right.
But in the real world, everything is not squeaky clean.
No, it's not. Not even the higher-ups is not squeaky clean.
So he was actually trying to teach him about life, and the other dude was so concerned with what he believed that he wouldn't even compromise with the other one or even believe what the other one was saying. You have to look at the movie back.
Because he felt like he was doing wrong from the beginning.
But you
when
have
he
to look that movie back and look at it again.
I'm going to have to, because this is very interesting.
Just like if you watch my favorite movies of all time that I don't ever talk about was Donnie Darko. I don't know if you ever seen the movie.
I've never seen it.
It's pretty intense. It's a long movie. It's actually, some people would say it's boring in the beginning or whatever. But he sees this rabbit, and, you know, for a long time, when I watched the movie, the rabbit would freak me out. Because, not you, Jackson.
You freak Jackson out.
But the rabbit in that movie would freak me out. Because that rabbit, when you watch it and you're not paying it closely attention, the rabbit would think that he symbolizes death.
Right.
And the rabbit is like the messenger for death. Not in your case. I was talking to Jackson. But, because he's more human than rabbit anyway.
Yeah.
But actually, that rabbit was actually giving him a warning of what actually could happen if he didn't change his ways. But if you don't watch it clearly, you don't see that.
Right.
So that was my point in the matter. Just like Training Day, I believe the other. Just like in Gremlins, I believe the other. It may be a different point of view, but if you go back and you really study the movies, it's possible.
Yeah.
Not saying it is, but it is possible.
I got a question. Why do everybody in Radioland think that Snoop Dogg changed his name from Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion?
The Snoop what?
Lion.
Why? Snoop Dogg looks like a dog is what they originally said. He looks like a Doberman. I'm not making fun of him, but video, when he changes from man to dog, a lot of people made the reference like a...
No, he said he changed from Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit him.
The lion would be the king of the jungle.
Yeah, but I'm saying, he looks like, he's supposedly that they say he looks like, or his face is similar to the Doberman. No offense, Snoop, because you're...
That is correct, and if you've seen the artwork,
that's why it
does say Snoop Dogg. But
that's why they call him Snoop Dogg.
So now that he looks like he's trying to look like a lion and become king of the jungle, I don't know. I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Because everybody know him as Snoop Dogg.
You know what? Because a dog is known as a grimy animal. I'm sorry, but that's what a dog is known. I mean, there's many dog lovers, and I'm a dog lover.
I'm a dog lover.
I think a dog is an awesome animal.
I do too.
Right.
A lot of people see him as, like you said, grimy. Yeah.
Grimy.
Do they get in the garden?
Where a lion is a king. So maybe he's thinking he's more of a king than just trash.
Right.
He doesn't want to be bottom of the barrel. He wants to be top of the heap.
I never thought he was like huge anyway. I mean, I listen to him and I listen to Dr. Dre. I mainly listen to Dr. Dre. I mean, the Snoop Dogg due to Dr. Dre and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I remember I was on KC 101, and this was when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
And, you know how they have nothing but a G thing, right?
Yeah.
I was calling KC 101, wasn't thinking what I was saying, and I said, I'd like to request nothing but a G string.
Crack the hell up.
But Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. So they put that on the air, and I just thought that was the funniest thing.
Yeah, it was funny.
But as far as, do you believe Tupac? I believe Tupac is alive. I believe he never died. The reason I believe he never died is because they canceled his funeral. If the dude was really dead, would they really cancel the funeral?
Right. I just hope he does return, but I got a feeling he would not return back to music because that's what he was running from. He didn't want to be famous like that anymore.
If he returned to music, you would never see him. You would hear him, but you would never see him.
Yep.
It would be like the movie. Have you ever seen the movie White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson. Yeah, the whole actors, I gotta mention him, right? But Woody Harrelson goes, I can hear Jimmy. And Wesley Snipes at the time, who was also a big actor. I don't know what happened to him. He, after a few movies, he, disappeared.
Yeah.
But he goes, you can't hear Jimmy. You're listening, but you can't hear Jimmy.
Right.
In other words, the reason I want to, put that together is if Tupac is alive, which we're really facing like an Elvis situation. Some people think Elvis is dead. Some people think he's alive.
Yeah.
Okay. If Tupac is alive, he's not going to come out in Nashville because they'll kill him.
Yeah.
There is no way the IRS will allow him to live after paying, because you're free after taxes after a certain amount of year if if you're dead.
Yeah.
There is no way he'd go on live stage without some way somebody from the IRS would be pissed off because they're no longer getting his taxes. Because now he became tax exempt. And when you become tax exempt, the government doesn't really care for you anymore.
Right.
So while it would be great to hear him in 2014, they've been using this rumor for ever.
Yeah. It would be nice to hear Tupac again.
But I do wonder if some things were preordained in life in general. If some people knew things that did not, that were not supposed to know, and they knew. For example, somebody talks about, the towers blowing up prior to them blowing up. A rapper. Sure, you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
But was that really a song as a warning, or was that a song of they knew what was going on?
Right.
And you have to think, well, if Tupac's not dead, well, is the other person really dead? Right. What's the behind it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love Tupac to come out and be like, all right, well, I had to hit all these years and then all of a sudden I'm back. But that's not going to happen.
Right.
But the thing that always bothered me about Tupac was you had all these artists for all these years, okay? They make one more album and then they're done. How is it he's one artist that can make album after album after album after album after album of new material, and it was just sitting there?
Right.
If that's the case, when M goes one day, which I hope it isn't anytime soon.
Yeah.
But you know how you haven't heard a lot of M lately, you haven't heard a lot of Jada lately, you haven't heard a lot of DMX lately, you haven't heard a lot of different people. Because they want who they want, how they want it, and that's how it is.
Right.
Whoever is who, the what, the why, the how. Okay? And, but when he goes, are we going to see generations full of generations of extra music? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No. So
I have to believe that, he may be alive. But if he is alive, he must have made a deal with somebody, otherwise they would have caught him.
Right.
So.
Well, my brother.
That many years and not,
Yeah, you're right.
So until I hear otherwise, I'm gonna say, well, rest in peace, Tupac.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the whole story behind it.
Right.
But do you have anything else you'd like to, talk about? The show ran over what originally was planning on and whatnot. Any other conversation you'd like to talk about? Feel free, because we go on.
I think that'll be it for me tonight. It's been fun, though.
It sounds like you're going to be on some gears.
Yeah, it sounds like it to me.
Okay, this is what I have to ask you, though, before we go. What I don't understand is this. This is really grinding my gears, even though I'm not, whatever, Family Guy. If the rumor is true, okay, Tony's already admitted, we're going to go to video games for a moment. Tony's already admitted that their system will not be online 24/7.
Right.
According to a Microsoft exec, okay, we don't know if he was drunk, we don't know if he's telling the truth, if he's, just spreading stuff just to spread stuff, we don't know. But from what the rumor states, that the Xbox will be online 24/7. And you already know how I feel about that. I say if that is the case, because the Microsoft exec turned around and said, well, if you don't like it, deal with it. And then when they asked, well, what about the people that aren't in, cities with internet, why I wouldn't live there? He tweeted this. Supposedly this is a Microsoft exec. I don't know what is true, what's not. I don't know if there's a fake account or whatever. But if this is true, and the Xbox is on 24/7, right? I am leaving Xbox.
Okay, this is what I'm not. Okay, explain yourself a little bit more on it, because I haven't really read anything about Xbox, the new one, at all, because of what I've heard in the past on it.
Here's facts here. Diablo 3 and Xbox Sims City,
right,
always online, was a catastrophe. Okay? Right. And it wasn't Xbox always online. It was EA always online. Right. Now, nothing against EA. I think EA is a hell of a company. They produce many games that are good games. They have all the sports games and everything. Even though I believe 2K would have beat them, hands down in the long run, regardless. You know, I've always liked the Burnout series and, you know, other games, the Madden series that they had.
Mm-hmm.
They have. Right? If Xbox, you know, remains always online with their new system, will you purchase it? I, for one, won't. I think that's an invasion of privacy. For one, I think
right.
for two, nobody needs to be always online. Now, the turnabout from the exec supposedly on Twitter was, well, everything's always online. Well, if it's always online, when I shut a cell phone off, does that mean that it's always on? So you're telling me that 911 could know where I'm at with the cell phone off. If that's the case, it's an invasion of privacy.
Right. Now, they trying to put Xbox on for 24/7.
Correct. We know what happens if you have something on 24/7.
Right.
Okay. It's always online. Every time you turn it on, it's automatically connected to the internet. Now, I understand for Comcast. Comcast's a hell of a service, and every time it's online, with Ethernet, it's always online. Okay, we're not dumb to that. The fact of the matter is, you're going to include a camera, supposedly, with the Xbox Connect, and you're always going to be online. That's where I have the issue at.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Always online. It's the camera that's watching me. I'm always online.
So that's what I'm hearing, that the Xbox will have a built-in camera on the Connect version of the Xbox, the new one. That's what I'm hearing, and I don't.
Always online.
That's why
I'm just gonna, state this. If it's always online, right? And say you're dealing with your buddies, just hypothetically, right?
Right.
And you ran a traffic light, just hypothetically. So are you automatically going to get a ticket because Xbox heard you say that you're always online?
I don't know. I really don't know how to explain that. I really don't. But
what if you missed a court date? Are the cops going to come 20 minutes later because you're always online? I need to know.
Even if you turn it off?
Yeah, that's what I need to know. What the always online means.
Are they going free?
Not that I'm aware.
Are they getting rid of the silver? Are they getting rid of the silver package?
I'm hearing, not that this is true, because I don't think Xbox would be that stupid. I'm just being honest.
If they going free and they going with 24-hour online, 24/7 online, then that's the only way they're gonna do it, is to go free, like PlayStation is, like the PlayStation Network.
PlayStation Network next console is not gonna be free. I know PlayStation very well, and they don't like to do anything free.
And that's why I will not get rid of my Xbox that I have now, and that's why I will not buy the new Xbox. I will not buy the new PlayStation. I will not buy neither one of them. I've already made up my mind because of the specs that I've seen on the new Xbox, and I do not like the specs on it, and I really don't like the specs on the new PlayStation.
Are they not wide enough for you, or what would you say?
I feel like they're. They're the specs on the PlayStation. They're emphasizing on your video graphics card. They're taking away some of the processors. I feel like the PlayStation is slow enough as it is on load times.
Very true.
And when when you emphasizing something on a video card by putting in the highest video card that you can, and people have to change or have the option of changing their TVs to a higher resolution of a TV, then I can't get into something like that. That's why I will stay with the old Xbox. That's why I would not buy the new PlayStation. I will not do it. And the specs on the new PlayStation is that they're going to start charging for older games. They're going to start charging. They already doing that though.
Well,
they already started doing that.
You knew they were going to do that at some point. You knew that.
Yeah. But I think I feel like this Xbox is already charging you for online. Okay, that's $24 for every 3 months. Okay, Xbox is already charging you for arcade games. They charging you for on-demand games. They charging you for everything that you do on Xbox.
But they are giving away some. If you buy like a certain amount this month, they are giving some points back, and I give them props for that. But the problem is,
yeah, when we got 2 of our new games, we got a lot of points because of us buying both our new games.
So
yeah, of course I understand what you're talking about. I got 400 Microsoft points with buying the pass. I haven't even downloaded it. It's a lot of things that you gotta buy. Give us something for free. You know what I mean? Give one or the other for free. You know, just don't charge us for everything you put on the Xbox. Just like the movies, the Netflix, the apps that you putting on Xbox, we gotta buy those to even enjoy what's in the like the popcorn flicks. Like they just came out with that, you know. You gotta buy that to even enjoy the movies on it. You gotta buy the Netflix. You gotta buy the Hulu Plus. You gotta buy all of this shit, man.
And Sony's going to go the same route. Now, what's funny is Apple and Disney's coming out with the new system.
You know what?
It's going to be like Ouya, which is like geared towards like the iOS, the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 720 or whatever the hell it's called. My problem is if you put it on a Kinect and it's always online, my problem is, what if you're in your house drinking? Are you going to get a ticket for, public intoxication even though you're in your house?
I'm pretty sure they can't get it that explicit, you know what I mean, like that. I don't know the word for it, but they can't get it to where that would be a top invasion of privacy. You can't get it to like that, you know what I mean? Like I was telling you, the new Xbox is going to come with the built-in Connect. I don't like that because they can access anybody could get hacked in just like they hacked into the PlayStation network and hack into this camera and look in your house and see what you got. I don't like that. I want the ability to turn off my camera or to turn off my internet when I want it off. And I feel like Xbox is doing that to stop a lot of the pirating games. And I might can understand that. But you work on stopping the pirating games through what they downloading it from. That's where you work on stopping it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You change it into Blu-ray, and that's, pretty much not pirating it anymore.
Right. Don't start trying to change it.
but that they're not going to have a hard drive for the new one.
I don't see how. All of this stuff they coming down with, I mean, what they going to have?
They're going to probably possibly go to cloud gaming. But the problem with cloud gaming is that Xbox already gave me 3-4 months.
You have too many users on cloud gaming. Anybody can hack in. It's easier to hack. I mean, I'm not a hacker or whatever, but I'm just saying it would be easier for a hacker to get into the cloud gaming, the cloud, because it's, what is it? It's up in space. That's all it is. It'll be easy for a hacker to hack into the cloud.
Very true. So you're
because
saying
where is it? It's off in space.
If Xbox is, in fact, going all online all the time, that you're not going to buy it?
No, I will not buy it. I will
I
keep
wouldn't
up
either, and I'll tell you why.
Uh-huh.
You had the best franchise Xbox had, Gears of War.
Yes.
And you brought new people in, and they ruined it.
Right.
So now you have Halo, and I'm sorry, I could pass on, Halo.
I can too.
What other options does it give me?
None.
So if it gives me no options, and the only thing they have is Halo and possibly a Grand Theft Auto 5, series, like where you can't get the add-on for a few months, that doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
If Sony goes, I'm about game systems. I'm not going to change to the computer. It's just too costly for me. Or the average person, it's just too costly to always install a new graphics card.
Right. And that's what's going to happen. Once
if
the
we
update...
got to go new school, and Sony have the always online, but Xbox does, then I'm going to go Sony. If they both have it, then I'm going to have to choose one of them, or just end it at all.
Yeah. Just stick with your old system that's actually working.
At that point, I think I might just stick with the old system that's actually working.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not kid anymore and everything and whatnot. And if they're always both going to be online, then I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that because when you add a camera, that's invasion of privacy when it's not on.
Right. That's my only concern. You know what I mean?
That's why my computer, that's a desktop, doesn't have a camera on it. I'm not a fan of cameras.
I'm not either.
I don't need to show the world my naked body like that. I'm sorry. I don't.
No.
I'm a family man. I'm not going to,
I would stick with the old.
If they both go always online, you're not going either. If the one that doesn't, you're going to go that route.
That's right.
My answer is probably going to be the exact same because always online to me is retarded. Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
There's people that want to be online. That's why they play single player. There's tons of that. Whether they have internet in the area or not, they don't want to be always online. They don't want their face shown. They're very private people. And when you include that, then you're basically saying, well, the old timers, well, fuck them. The new people is the only ones will concentrate. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Because if there weren't any old timers, and what I mean by old timers is you're not going to see 60, 70-year-olds for the most part playing the game. There are some, but there's not going to be that many playing Xbox hard games. I'm sorry, there's not.
No.
People that are 30, 40 years old that grew up with it are all about, gaming.
Right.
But if it becomes where it's an invasion of privacy and things are always online, then they lose my vote, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Not mean anything.
Right.
Because, like I said before, they destroyed Gears of War, so without Gears, they really don't have a leg to stand on, other than Halo.
Right. And what they come out with the Kinect, because they seem like they're emphasizing it, a lot of their concentration on that.
I don't have a problem with the Kinect. I like the augmented reality thing. I don't mind buying a projector. That's not my problem. My problem is if you're always online, that means the camera's always watching you. I don't like that. That creeps me out.
Me too.
All right? So thank you for being on Till Time. I appreciate your time, Poppy Red Hunter. You have yourself a good night, man.
All right, you too.
All right. Take care.
Night.
Take care.
So we're on Blog Talk Radio. We're on the apps. We're on Double Twist. We're on Slacker Radio. And you can catch us anytime. We're going to do many things about the Jags in the future, TNA, of course, Lizard Lake, and many others. If you're interested, please donate. $1 a show wouldn't hurt. Some people, anyway. All right. Thank you for your time. You've listened to Till Time Radio. You have yourself a good night.
Good night.